Hello, first grade. This video is for Friday, April 3rd. We've been working with fractions this week, but I think a lot of our friends out there are a little bit confused about how fractions work. So we're going to step back a little bit, get back to the basic idea of what fractions are and how they work. All right, first we're going to start with a pizza. Okay. And we're going to imagine Mr. V is at home by himself. He doesn't have to share this pizza at all. All right, so I'm not even going to cut it. I'm just going to grab that thing and start eating. So I'm going to eat one whole pizza. If I don't have to share that with anybody, if I'm the only one there eating it, we could say that I ate one whole pizza. There we go. And this is the word whole, right? I didn't eat part of it. I ate the whole thing. Pardon my handwriting, please. But that's not usually what happens. As much as I would love to be eating entire pizzas by myself, I usually have to share them. Usually I'm sharing a pizza with my wife, so it's me and her. So there are two of us. All right. So if you were going to take a pizza and share it with two people, right, you're going to get one piece and the other person's going to get the other piece. Right? So this pink one, this is the part that I'm going to eat, and this white part is the part that my wife is going to eat. Now, I can't say that I ate a whole pizza anymore, can I? I need a new word to explain how much of this pizza I ate, and it's a fraction word. Anybody remember that word that means there are two equal parts? Yep, we call them halves. So in this case, I ate one half. That's how we spell half. The word half is a special word that really only works when you're talking about something that's been split into two equal parts. Here's one half, here's the other half, okay? Now let's imagine a different situation where I'm going to share a pizza with two other people. So I will eat some pizza, and two other people will eat some pizza. So there'll be three of us all together. In this case, let's imagine that I'm sharing this pizza with Dr. C and Mrs. Rooney. I'm going to eat that part. Dr. C's going to eat his part, and Mrs. Rooney's going to eat her part. Now, I can't say that I ate a whole pizza, can I? And I also can't say that I ate a half a pizza because remember, the word half only works when we've cut something into two parts. We need a new word here. When we've cut something into three equal parts, we use the word third. So in this case, I ate 1/3 of a pizza. All right, we cut it into thirds, and then I ate one of those thirds. 1/3 of a pizza. All right. Of course, I might have to share it with another person. Let's say this time I'm sharing it with Dr. C, Mrs. Rooney, and Mr. Barlow. So there will be four of us all together. Okay. I, of course, am going to get my part of the pizza. I'm going to eat it. Dr. C is going to eat his part. Mrs. Rooney will eat her part. Mr. Barlow will eat his part. I can't say that I ate a whole pizza. I can't say that I ate a half a pizza. And I can't say I ate 1/3 of a pizza. We need a new fraction word here. And the fraction word in this case is fourth because we cut it into four equal pieces. So each piece is called 1/4. So if I eat that piece, I'm going to say that I ate 1/4 of a pizza. Now, I don't ever want to eat less than 1/4 of a pizza, so we're not going to cut our pizzas any smaller than that, okay? And of course, in first grade, it's most important that we think about halves, thirds, and fourths. We can also do the same thing with different shapes. We don't always have to be using circles. Let's imagine this is a really long, skinny candy bar. And let's say I get to eat the whole thing by myself. I'm going to do blue this time just for fun. I'm going to eat that whole really long candy bar by myself, okay? So when my wife says, what did you have for lunch today? I'll say, I ate a whole candy bar. I got to eat the whole thing. There's none left. That's usually how I eat candy bars. But maybe I have to share this candy bar. Okay, maybe again, Dr. C and I are going to have some candy bar together. So I'm going to take that candy bar and I'm going to cut it in half. I have to make sure it's a fair share, right? if I took that candy bar and I cut it here and I only gave Dr. C this part, boy, he would not be very happy, would he? Nope, that's why we need to split things in a fair way when we're working with fractions. So, of course, I'm going to eat my part of that candy bar. Dr. C will eat his part over here, right? And in this case, how much of the candy bar did I eat? Remember that special the word that means that we've cut it in 2 equal parts? That's right, the word is half or halves. I've cut this into 2 halves. I'm going to eat one of them, so I would say I'm going to eat 1/2 of that candy bar. 1/2, all right? We could, of course, imagine a situation, which would be sad, but it could happen, where I had to share my candy bar with 2 other people. Like maybe I was getting ready to cut this candy bar, and when Dr. C and I were sitting at the table, and Miss Rooney walked in. Well, we're not going to be rude and just not give her any. So we're going to cut this candy bar into 3 equal parts so that I can have some, Dr. C can have some, and Mrs. Rooney can have some. All right. Now, if I eat my part, Dr. C eats his part, and Mrs. Rooney eats her part. Now let's look at how much I got to eat. I can't say I ate the whole thing. I can't say I ate half of the candy bar either, because remember, the word half only works when we're talking about 2 equal parts. 1, 2. So down here, we've cut it into 3 equal parts. What's that word, that fraction word we use to describe when we've cut something into 3 equal parts? That's right, the word is third. This candy bar has been cut into thirds. All right, and I'm going to get one of them. So if I go home and my wife says, "What did you have for a snack?" I would say, "I ate 1/3 of a candy bar." Thanks for being patient with my handwriting. It's not easy to write with this tool here. So in this case, I ate the whole candy bar. In that case, I ate half of the candy bar. In this case, I ate 1/3 of the candy bar. Let's do another candy bar problem. Okay, so I'm sitting down with Dr. C, Mrs. Rooney, and myself. I'm about to cut up this candy bar, and Mr. Barlow walks in. So now there are 4 of us. So I had to cut this candy bar into 4 equal pieces. I'm going to eat my part. Dr. C is going to eat his part. Mrs. Rooney will eat her part. Mr. Barlow will eat his part. Think to yourself, how much of this candy bar did I get to eat? That's right, 1/4 of this candy bar. 1/4. Okay. Sometimes we eat more than 1 piece. Okay, so let's go back to our pizza example here. Let's say I'm sitting down with Dr. C and Mrs. Rooney and Mr. Barlow, so I cut the pizza into 4 pieces, and then when I'm about to serve it up, Dr. C says he doesn't want any. Okay, so Mrs. Rooney's going to eat her part, Mr. Barlow will eat his part, and I'm going to eat my part, but here's Dr. C's part. He doesn't want it anymore. Okay, so now these are fourths because I've cut it into 4 equal pieces, but I didn't eat one of them, I ate 2 of them. So now I could say that I ate 2/4 of a pizza. 2/4 of a pizza. All right. But what if Mrs. Rooney decides that she doesn't want hers either? Okay. So she doesn't want to eat her part of the pizza either. So I'm going to take that one too. Now how much of this pizza did I eat? These are still fourths, remember. They're still cut up into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're still fourths, but I haven't eaten 1 or 2 of them now. Now I've eaten 3 of them. So now when I go home and my wife asks me what I had for lunch, I'd have to tell her that I ate 3/4 of a pizza. And let's go back to our candy bar idea here. Let's say I'm sitting down with Dr. C and Mrs. Rooney. I'm cutting it up so we can share this candy bar. I cut it in 3 parts. And all of a sudden, one of them decides that they don't want their part. Let's say Dr. C says, I'm pretty full. I don't want my part of the candy bar anymore. You guys can keep it. So Mrs. Rooney will have her part, her third of the candy bar. Lucky me, I get to eat mine, and I'm going to take Dr. C's part because he doesn't want it anymore. Okay? Think to yourself, what fraction of this candy bar did I eat? Okay, first let's think, what I've cut it up into. 1, 2, 3 equal parts. If I cut it into 3 equal parts, we could say that I cut it into thirds, right? All right, these are thirds. Now think to yourself, how many of those thirds did I take? I didn't eat 1/3, I ate 2/3. 1, 2. So I ate 2/3 of that candy bar. Friends, I hope this clarifies some of the confusion we had about fractions this week. You can log on to this website I have here. It's called mathlearningcenter.org, and then choose the Fractions app. It's free. You can find it from any web browser, and you can get on there and practice making shapes, cutting them up into certain equal parts, and trying to figure out the names of each fraction. So you could cut your circle into 3 parts. You could color in 1 or 2 pieces of them and then name that fraction. Okay, 2/3 of this circle is blue, for example. Okay, or you could work with rectangles, color in a certain amount of it. Okay, and then try to figure out how much of that big rectangle is colored in. In this case, it's 3/4, all right? If it feels easy to you, you can even get a little crazier with this and start cutting it into bigger numbers, like cutting this one into 12ths, and then say, how much of that is rectangles colored in? Well, in this case, that's 5/12ths, all right? Don't go into those bigger numbers unless the smaller numbers, halves, thirds, and fourths, feel easy to you, okay? Only move into these more complicated ones if the other stuff feels easy. You can, of course, practice more on IXL. Ask any older person in your family, if you have an older brother or sister, to help you with some fractions if you're getting stuck, okay? And have fun with this. All right.